Hello. Oh, I can't hear you. You've got your microphone switched off.
Does it work now?
Yes, it's come through. Yes.
Oh, good evening. Okay, sorry about the delay. Okay.
No, that's absolutely fine. So, if it's all right with you, I'll do this. I'll chat here, and then I'll. Have you got your phone with you as well, or are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone, yeah, because I thought I could use my device and it didn't. So I'm on the phone, yeah. But
Perfect.
were you going to message me as well, or do you want me to maybe open my chat or?
Well, what I'll do is we'll do this recording, which is me going to just ask you about what you got out of the program.
Yeah,
Um, and I'll try and keep it to like 20 minutes. And then what I'll do
that's
is I'll end it
fine.
and we can have just a quick chat about what your next steps. And I'll do that on WhatsApp. It just means that it means I don't have to edit this as much to get out the personal parts.
Of course, yeah. No, well, so so I'm just if I just check my notes, sorry, it just was something at work. So yeah.
Right, you do that.
So, uh, da, 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 da. Right. So reduce full load. That's brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm up.
Perfect. Right then. So I'm just going to do a bit of a formal introduction just to say thank you. And have you been, I should have checked this before. Have you been with me for 4 months or 5 months?
So I think three. I was in touch with you before then, like in June.
That's
Um,
enough. Did you start in
and then
October or November?
so I think it's November, December, January.
Right.
But we got in touch in June, and I said, "Oh, I'm away in the holidays. It's just
Yeah.
when you can't do you can't commit."
Mm.
Then I had a couple, I think, well, twisted my ankle in Canada, various things. I thought, oh, if, and then I thought, I'm going for it because, yeah, because there's always life's going to happen, but you've got to start somewhere because when you in your 50s, you might, yeah, there's always something going on. Um,
You
yeah.
know, I'm genuinely surprised it's only 3 months. I'm terrible at time and estimating time. I can remember my daughter's when she was born. I can't remember when I got married or anything. But yeah, 3 months, that just is such a short time. It feels so much longer. Right then, I will get started. So, Sophie, thank you very much for agreeing to do this and for joining me just to chat about your experience of working with me on the coaching program. So, you've been doing it for 3 months. So,
That's right. Yes, yeah, 3 months ago.
3 months. So, I just wanted to kick off by asking you where you were before you started and what were you struggling with and what was behind your decision to do this?
I was actually struggling with a number of things. That went that kind of affected different parts of my life. I was obviously put on quite a bit of weight, and that over the years, and that was putting a strain on my joints. So I had problem with joints, and I wasn't very agile. I thought, picking things up. So it went beyond, like standard fitness. I felt that I was unfit. I was getting breathless. It affected my mood a little bit. And I had zero routine. And, I thought I was a good girl. I was doing bits of, maybe the odd fitness every so often, or the odd bits of walking, or maybe looking at what I was eating. But nothing was consistent. It was really not structured at all. And it was affecting my health and my general well-being and kind of, getting out my day. Yeah.
Okay. And then what was the sort of final tipping point for you to do something about it, and make quite a big decision to go and do coaching with somebody?
It started, this is true, it started by reading your book.
Oh,
Um, yes. So the title, You Can't Lose Weight After 40 or something, the Gabriel O'Hare book. And that really did something to my brain. And like I thought, right, there is something going on there. And I so identified with so many, kind of rubrics of the book where women, particularly women, a certain age group, but women across age groups, never put themselves first. It's always, looking after the family or taking care of, whether it's people, your older family or your own children, never, prioritizing yourself or your own health, ensuring, having that mental load to make sure everything's ticking around, us, and but not actually, kind of, stopping and sometimes thinking, no, actually, Sophie, when are you going to take care of you? Like seriously. And I wasn't doing that. I was just on that treadmill and thought I was being good to myself. But in the end, looking, like deep down, I was just on a kind of a rut, really, not doing anything much to correct anything.
Right. And then since you've, in the 3 months then, I mean, how would you summarize, where are you now? I mean, what's been the big change that you've experienced over that period?
It has been quite, and I didn't expect such a good result. It's just been incredible. I lost the best part of a stone, and I've not starved myself. Or I've really, I felt that was part of a very, very structured program with a clear strategy that it reduced my mental load. I wasn't having to think as to what my steps would be or anything. What it was structured for me through the app, through the chats, through the weekly catch up, and through your guidance. So I just did change. I feel more agile. I feel fitter, and mentally as well. I feel like I'm more productive. And with having minding, and I'm still looking at I still have rest days. I can still have fun. I can I had a lovely birthday and a lovely Christmas. I can do fun things and have I still had chocolate and various things. But it's part of a really I was going to say previously decided. It's kind of in my mind. I've made the choices through like kind of your recommendations, like what suits me, what I can give up, what the little treats I can have at what time. It's all generally thought after. This what's the word?
Mindful.
Yes, it's mindful. It's mindful. It's structured. So there's no panic. There's no. The big thing for me was on an evening. I was grazing, so I was quite a good girl. I had a reasonable, healthy lunch, and I thought it was fantastic. I was the best. No protein whatsoever. And I thought, no, that's for later. And then come the evening, just ravenous, and having a kind of sequence of mostly healthy food, but that was not working. I was putting on the weight, and it was going crescendo. Massive cravings before, on an evening, just eating, and then just eating anything. And that almost from the onset just went where, I can look after myself. I can have, I'm more on a pescatarian diet, so I had to think carefully about that. And I've had to, look after the protein, but through your program and reading all the structured notes and the options for, we're not telling me what to eat. It was kind of a option, like a list to select from and to actually have a sense of what 10 grams or 30 grams of protein looks like for various different diets. And it was up to me, and I could have just anything. I could have as many herbs. I could make it as fun. I feel I've actually probably eaten the best diet and most varied, the most enjoyable diet, and that for a long time because I was a bit creative with it, but always under that kind of, was obviously the accountability was there with you and that kind of supervision and guidance and support. I would not have done it without the program.
That's lovely to hear. And you hadn't strength trained before either, had you?
Say again.
And you started the strength training as well. You started going.
Absolutely. That's a massive difference as well. I feel I've got like a blazer on at the moment from work. Don't worry, I'm not taking the top of it. Well, I feel a lot more. I'm 56. I feel a lot more athletic. Like at work, I feel like just in my job, I'm meant to move a little bit. It's kind of more stamping around, but move a lot, and I feel I'm quite agile. I can support the the colleagues and the job that I do, the strength building was a massive difference. In the past, if I'd go to the gym, I thought, I'll just go on the treadmill and it's about endurance. And I've realized from your program and your guidance and, like the weekly advice as well, that resistance, not just running around or walking, and those are all very good things. But for my age group, is building muscle, which we lose, is very, very important. It will help with the weight loss. It will help. It's helping my posture. It was important. Obviously, I've said, I looked at after the, and that was something that I needed reminders for, but looked after the protein. But in terms of strength, resistance, that's been phenomenal. I never expected it. And I would go regularly, which I never did before. You have your membership. But actually, the app said, right, that's your rest day, that's where you're going. And the program of activities as well that you set was very reasonable. I never felt that I was, absolutely. I thought it was very incremental and it was up to me to build up. But I never felt kind of out of sort of the gym. I always felt it was, broadly speaking, a very enjoyable experience. And I could see the progress as well. And then I went home elated that I'd done something for myself. Yeah. But I will not take the top off. But I did, it's not, obviously I'm not, I'm not ready for the Olympics or anything, but it has transformed my body. It really has, and my mind.
You can feel those nice muscles there, and which is a lovely feeling, isn't it? To feel strong and to feel it there.
And joint pain, things like that, absolutely gone. I just it is a lovely feeling, and it's quite addictive. It does get you through. So it could be the week after you've got a cold or something, but you carried through the success. You feel like, actually, this is working. I believe in this. It's working on all counts. Yeah. And definitely, I would, in the past, I'd dabble in exercise, I'd dabble in looking at food and experimenting a little bit. But without the program and your support and your strategies and expertise, I would not have had all those things collide and really make it a success. That I would have just done bits. And to really have that success, you've got to do those things concurrently, and they're easy things. They're reasonable adjustments to someone's life. And I didn't have to give up my job. I work long hours, but I could fit everything in. I could, same with the food. I had to educate myself a little bit at first, but it's achievable.
Yes, it didn't feel enjoyable. Yeah. And I mean, looking back over the past 3 months, would you feel like there's anything that you've struggled with?
So there's the at times you think, you think, oh, Christmas is coming, and that's like, what's going to happen? But I found that all your videos, the clips, your training, the
coaching videos.
Coaching videos. Just anticipated all those moments. So there's always a goal. So I was looking, goal setting and how to, kind of manage Christmas. And obviously that, for most people, this is it. Like, like it is just like it's going to be a disaster zone. But through careful preparation, so that I was a bit anxious because I'm going to visit family. I'm going to stay a few days. How's that going to work out? Is it I'm going to go backwards and then the fitness and everything? But through the coaching videos and the advice and the kind of mentally preparing yourself and making those choices that, yes, I can treat myself for that meal, or I can make adjustment to that meal where it's still phenomenally, delicious. But I've not only broken my, kind of my goals or my, I don't have to, fast for another year because of it. That I found it really, in fact, I lost weight over the Christmas period. Right. So, which that has never happened in living memory.
Still had a lovely time, had a lovely time and ate some amazing food because I saw it.
Absolutely. It was, and, so I could really, I could, you could make those adjustments. And through the chat as well, I looked at some of the ladies and how they handle situations at a restaurant. where they,
Yeah.
they still made the right choices and that they still had, great food. So other difficulties, I think the early days of the gym, where I was, you look at the machine and, like I was saying, is this the right thing or whatever? And you quickly get the hang of it,
Yes.
where it's like, just have a go. And
Yeah.
people at the gym will support. And in the end, someone actually could book a free, coaching session. And um, just so it was a perfect fit. So at first, because I'm a good girl, I want to do the right thing, and it's like Gabrielle said, so it's like, right, follow the script. So, and we discussed, like I remember we had those discussion on a video call about, say I do a slightly different machine for the shoulders or for the chest or whatever. And it was ultra flexible. And once I had that confidence that I was doing the right thing, that you were happy,
Yeah.
because obviously you're the mentor and think, oh, will that fit? Is that good enough? And then I could see the results as well, which were just quite very remarkable from the onset. And I thought, oh my God, I'm full, I'm eating a good diet and I'm having results. And um, that was quite the boost. That was really cool.
That's
So
in,
yes, we're there, but you smooth them out through coaching videos, preparation, support, the community that you've built as well with people, support each other, and that kind of empathy between the ladies is very strong, and it means a lot. It's very powerful.
yeah, that's lovely. It's nice to know that you're not on your own, doesn't isn't it? And things that you're
No,
finding hard and what other people are finding hard, and
no,
it makes it just makes a difference, I think. And you're finishing now, so you're at the end of your journey with me. So what skills do you think you've got now to move forward? I mean, where you feel confident to have all the information that you need now to sort of make this something that you'll stick with for life?
uh, absolutely. I've learned so much about myself as well, and how to manage. I want to follow the program because I actually really enjoy it. It's something it's like, and my colleagues know about it. They know what evening I get dressed for the gym and all this. So skills I want to carry on the fitness and really, really improve my strength at the gym, because I realize it's not about running. I mean, it's great if people run, but it's like building up muscle strength so I can I can be healthy with the food as well. I'll continue to enjoy it. So I want to carry that out. I want to make you proud as well. So just you might get some like follow up photos and things like that. Um, you've reduced the mental load for me of the whole program. Has kind of taken care of things, so I could just follow, because I'm there's lots of people. I mean, professional people. We don't have time to sometimes um, tailor things to our needs, like workout, like everything program that will, align with our life and everything. So all that was taken care of, and now I feel like it's embedded. Those habits are embedded with me. Um, so it's just had an impact on um, lots of aspects of my life.
Yeah.
And getting control. A lot of ladies who feel like we're in charge of mental health, looking after the children, our own parents, and there's just so much. And I feel now I'm more calm and able to deal with it. I can wear my wedding band. So, and I've not worn it for a few years. So that was just quite a surprise. I thought, oh, I should have it resized, like to make sure, because it's in my wedding band, so I can wear it. So
Yeah.
I'm very chuffed about that.
And
Going
that's
back to the wardrobe, I love. Um, and so yeah, very excited about this. And another thing I look forward, and that this is news because I found out on Saturday, but I'm in October. I'm going to be a grandmother, so I'm looking forward
oh,
to being.
congratulations. Oh
That is, yeah. So I'm just looking forward. I'm ecstatic and looking forward to, doing things, with, so fingers crossed everything goes well.
wow.
I'm looking forward to be active and to be, to be like supporting, you know, future grandchild. So I'm very excited about this.
It's just a wonderful motivation, isn't it? And it's just been lovely to just hear every aspect of what you've talked about and how and it's it's just changed so many things, hasn't it? And I think if that brings you that, and I think sometimes some of the hidden benefits that we don't talk about very often are powerful. Like you talk about being more productive and feeling in more control and better able to deal with stress, calmer. I mean, they are game changers, aren't they?
They really are. I really want to thank you because you've been so patient with me and so constructive and strategic and empathetic, like kind of throughout. And it's really put wind in my sails, it's kind of carried me and it's had, it's had a profound impact. Gabrielle, so I want to really say thank you for this and for devising everything, all the program, but also the kind of your human qualities have kind of really transformed my life.
That's just so kind of you, and it's been absolutely lovely to work with you, and I've just loved your lovely optimistic demeanor, and you've just really gone into it really open, just to curious about the whole process and just prepared to try everything. And you talked about your pescatarian diet as well, and that just can make it a little bit harder to have more protein, but you've just had this lovely attitude towards just experimenting and trying new different things, and just sort of trying to work out what I guess is a way of eating that sits with you and your values that you can take forward. And that's really important as well. And that sounds to me from what you're saying that you just feel like you know what you're doing now and you just will stick with it. And you've just got this most phenomenal motivation to keep you going, that there's going to be a little person to play with. Oh,
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Yes.
that's fantastic. Just make sure your wedding ring don't fall off.
No, no, no.
You might have to get it made smaller. Oh, well, thank you so much. And I wish you all the best as well with what you're going to do in the future. And I'm sure we'll stay in touch.
And likewise to all the other ladies and to you.
All right. Thank you. So that's like the end of our formal bit. Let me just stop the recording.